hi, everybody. You're going to have to change that opening, Mike. Next time
Why?
we're around, it'll be 2024. Hello, everybody. Everybody in the chat room early. Love it.
Maybe with your calendar.
Well, my calendar is 57:55. But anyway, so nice to see everybody. Marcy, Ange, Scruffy. Awesome. Who's Will and Wang? Hello. You never know whether, are we being pranked or is that an actual person? But Ange is on vacation, and still coming on Tuesday. That's terrific. Look, we're back in our respective homes. Mike and I, after a month-long stint in studio, which was so much fun. Hi, Barry.
Yeah. Oh, guess who else is here?
What?
Guess who else is here?
I don't know.
I'm here.
Who's that? Oh, I mean, I assumed it was you, but then when you said your voice, I thought it was, I don't know what it was. Anyway, Alon is with us today. He was able to make it last minute, which is fantastic. And I'm happy to have you on this final podcast, this final, whatever this is, the final show of the season finale.
Yeah, I'm excited. Also, I'm here as the ghost of Christmas past to take Dave Juskow through all of his mistakes through the years.
You do look like you're in some sort of blurry.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Is that because why is that? Oh, right, because you're using the blur feature. I'm used to seeing you in that exact space, but you don't have the blur feature on when we do the Billy Joel thing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we are taking 2 weeks off this week. Sorry, everybody, but sometimes
next time just use it on the background.
On the what?
Just use it on the background.
What's he saying?
Because you're blurry in general right now.
Oh,
well, I don't know. My camera sucks.
Oh, well, that's all right. It's good that he's here. And hi, Barry. It's so nice that you're here. And happy Hanukkah to you, even though Hanukkah's over. Catalina, who maybe has time to herself now. I think her classes might be over. And apparently she's been in school hell. I think what they do to Catalina at this school is really, I've been talking about kind of as a joke, getting a teacher, getting an assistant, them being a professor. But Catalina is one. And I don't know whether I can't remember what told me they pay, but they clearly take advantage of her. It's exactly what I want to do. And like she's grading the papers and doing
you want to take
all
advantage
the
of Catalina.
That what?
You want to take advantage of Catalina?
Absolutely. When she comes to town, I'm totally going to take advantage. No, I want to take advantage of one of my students and just have them grade all the papers and do all the work, because this semester I got like 25 kids. And when I had 11, it took me 2 days to grade stuff because I'm an idiot. Like, this is going to be a full-time job. So it's crazy, but really nice to see everybody. I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad I'm in the coziness of my home today, even though I do love being in that studio. Right, Alon? That studio kicks ass.
Yeah, it's really good to be in person, especially when there's root beer and birch beer. That's always a top.
Yeah, I feel bad. I drank one of the other root beers I had, and I'm like, I think they're right about this. It's a little flat.
It was old.
Next Thursday, I'm going to that store, so maybe I'll try again and get some, we'll just get 3 of us so we can at least taste what it's supposed to taste like. But you were completely right. I actually I was so thirsty one day and just eating like the Brandon Fraser in The Whale. It was horrible, like last weekend. I mean, I was going to town and I wouldn't stop. And then I saw the root beer and I put vanilla ice cream in it. And it was just, it's not good. But, after football season, we'll slim down. You darling, you're wonderful. Anyway, last night, first of all, let me just tell you, welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. We obviously do the show to promote the greatness of the Comedy Cellar, which Alon performs at, who was there last week and the week before. Did she give you spots this week?
No, I'm not there this week.
But you'll probably be there.
I'm going to be in Florida, but I'll be back around New Year's time, so hopefully.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot more spots, which is terrific. Esty is trusting him more. It's a miracle. I like to thank myself for making all that happen, of course.
Yeah, full credit, Dave.
So left in the keys.
But it's it's really good. I'm really happy for him. And if you happen to be in the West Village tonight, you could see I mean, I don't know whether I got to text her today, but I saw Jessica Curson last night, and she has lost a lot of weight and looks unbelievable. And I think that's I've heard she's not as funny as she used to be now that she's I'm kidding. But no, she looks great. So Jessica, and I saw Jessica and Todd Barry last night, and they're on the show tonight at 7:30 down at the Comedy Cellar. The reason I saw them last night, Alon and Mike, is that I went to go see Rachel Feinstein's, a friend of our show, who will be on the show more often now that she's finished with this, her taping of her new Netflix special at Sony Hall. And it was lots of fun. And Todd was there, and Marina, and all our favorite people. Sam Morrell was there. I got to meet Michelle Beadle. Do you know her?
No.
Oh my God. She's like she's the only female sportscaster I like. Yes, I am extremely sexist. There's like two really good female sports people that I like that are actually knowledgeable and clearly like sports and know about it and aren't just hot, and she's one of them. I think she's a Jets fan. And I finally got to talk to her because Sam brought her with him. He's been hanging out with her, and she's way cool. And we had an amazing talk. And she goes, Aaron Rodgers is playing Christmas Eve. And
you heard it here first, folks.
And I'm like, come on, that can't happen. She goes, nope, he's playing. And I listen to the sports stations all the time, and Boomer Esiason says there's no way he's playing because they have nothing to play for. Why would he do that? But she's saying he's playing. I don't know whether I'm excited or not. I mean, obviously all of you know what happened this season, and God, did that go fast? Wasn't it September 11th last week when all that
September
happened?
11th was 22 years ago, Dave.
No, but it feels like only yesterday.
Well, my new September 11th is the day Aaron Rodgers broke his Achilles or hurt his Achilles.
Sports medicine is amazing. He should be out for his whole career. If this is the old days, they would have shot him behind the barn.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's trying to prove about this system and everything that it's I don't know. It's a whole Aaron Rodgers like thing that he's a little crazy, but whatever the case may be, I mean, it is. I guess it would be exciting if he doesn't hurt himself again, but it's just so funny. It just seemed like it was yesterday when that happened on September 11th this year. Everybody knows that this is my favorite time of the year. It was from Labor Day to Christmas. Christmas and New Year's kind of makes me sick, and especially New Year's, there's too much pressure. But from Labor Day to Christmas is awesome. It's the best time of the year. It's the best time to live in New York City, even. And then I don't want to live here ever again until September again. It's just so horrible weather-wise, everything. I've been in torrential rains now in December twice. My pants
stuck in that
were wet.
storm?
Well, yesterday I went to work in the complete downpour, rain, wind gusts, and everything got wet in my backpack. It's apparently the backpacks aren't waterproof. A week later,
all the tuna sandwiches that you bring to work got all mushy.
Yeah, no, they have a cafeteria. A week later says Alon is dreamy. But Ann says I look handsome. That's very kind of you.
People are so nice today.
Yeah, I like this sign of Ange, as if she's just mean all the other times. No, that's not true. Ange is awesome, way awesome. We have such a great chat room with so many nice people. Yeah, where is Aunt Judy today? It's a good question. I mean, I just emailed her today, so she's definitely around. And it was her birthday, I guess, 2 weeks ago. And I think I don't know whether I told you, Alon and Mike, all she wanted to do was go to my mother's place, like the old age home, like to have lunch. And like, that's where you want to go. We were going to take you anywhere. And I like it there. So, yeah, I guess a week late. I know it rains a lot in Florida, but the way it rains in Florida, it rains for like 20 minutes and then it stops. Here it's like just a weekend affair all the time. It's so annoying. Let alone in Florida. I didn't even realize it was humid all the time. But aren't you going to Florida, right, Alon?
Yes, I'll be there on the 24th through the 30th, doing nothing except enjoying the weather.
You're not performing anywhere? You didn't try and get in some spots?
Nah, I don't know. There's one comedy club in Sarasota, and they always book it way too far in advance before I even know what dates I'm going to be there. So it never
What's
works.
it called?
McCurdy's. Yeah.
How the hell does Mike know?
Mike's been there, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. Is that named after Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly?
Obviously.
She's good. She's good.
They were going to call it iCarly's, but then they got sued.
Oh. Is that near Tampa, Sarasota?
Yeah, it's about an hour south, 45 minutes south.
An hour. Because I was going to say, like, why not play Tampa? But your wife probably doesn't want you to do any work.
No, I mean, I would do it, but I don't drive, so to get up there is annoying also.
Oh, right.
So, yeah.
Isn't that funny, Mike? I forget Alon does not drive. He grew up in Manhattan and does not drive. Rachel Feinstein technically doesn't drive either. She finally got her license because she kept going out to Los Angeles and her boyfriend couldn't always accompany her all the time. So she got her license. But you can if you picture Rachel in general, her driving is not a good plan. Like, we know Alon would probably be a great driver, but you can picture Rachel just being a truly hot mess. She should not be behind the wheel.
I'm going to take some classes to refresh myself on how to do it.
It's not necessary. It's like riding a bike.
I don't want to do that. Either that or I get a Tesla that just does it all for me. That's probably my best option.
Well, it is funny when you rent a car. I got a shitty car from 20 years ago. When I rent a car, it's new and it's got all these things my car doesn't have. And it's tough to figure out, like, even what?
Like working brakes.
Power windows and door locks.
I know. And it's hard to even figure out how to pull down to go into the drive.
The passenger door doesn't automatically lock when you close it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you don't even have to put it. I keep looking for the ignition, and they're like, I had to go back, and I'm like, where the fuck do you put this thing? They're like, you just leave it. It just has to be in the car or in your pocket. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Hey, old man. So yes, crazy. But Rachel's show was great. The problem was I spent so much money. I was at that Sony Center, and it was like, it's free to go in, but then you buy drinks. And I think they were putting an 18% gratuity on it just for two of us. And
well, that's okay. It's a percentage base.
Yeah, but they don't tell you.
Oh.
I realized after I saw the bill they gave me later, I had it in my pocket, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's just plain mean.
Now, can I ask you something? I performed there opening for Modi a couple times. And
is that right?
Yeah, it's a really, really nice venue, but they served food. Did they do no food because this was a special taping?
I don't know. There was no food. So I'm going to assume that's the case.
Good. Okay.
Because they had to get people in and out, and there was no food that I saw. What I was pissed about was, and I got really mad at this guy. We were on the stairs waiting to get in. And then at the end, the guy goes, you have to check your jackets, which is up the stairs. And I'm like, why? He's like, it's a television table. We don't want jackets. And I'm like, you're kidding, right? And I'm like, and I don't care. Look, we'll do whatever you say, but you should have told us when we were up by the coat room. And now I got to go back up there. And he's like, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I'm like, no, there is something you can do. You can be better at your job. I was screaming at because I was already drunk. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I got to relax. I can't do this. It's Rachel's night. This cannot be a Dave Juskow thing. But every time I ran into that guy later on, I'm like, yeah, you remember me? I was so angry because that's just a dick move. If you're making everybody check their coats, then let us know in advance, and why can't you have your coat on in a Netflix special? People just don't know they tape sometimes in the winter.
It doesn't look good. If it gets released in the summer and they see people wearing coats in the winter, it throws it all off.
It's ridiculous. Keith Robinson's doing his tonight.
They're cold and I'm not. This is weird.
I don't know.
They want to pretend that it's live when they watch it.
Meanwhile, I was the good news is I didn't have to tip the coat check person because I was the last one to leave, and they just threw it somewhere else. So they're like, I think we put the ones that were left over in a pile over there. And I'm like, thanks a lot, jerk offs.
You just took it out of the coat drive bucket.
Exactly. Ange, I haven't watched Jessica's crowd work. I know that's on YouTube, so I definitely want to see that. I think she got angry that I just kept complimenting her, like, because she really lost. I saw her this summer, so that means she might have lost 50 pounds in like 4 months. It's very impressive, and she's definitely a legend. Oh, you're talking about Joan Rivers. Sorry, because I think Jessica Kirson could be a legend.
Joan Rivers has lost more than 50 pounds in the last few years.
Joan Rivers was always stick thin. It was amazing. Like ever her whole life. That's hard to do when you get older too. Ask my mother. Let's take a look, Mike, for a second. Let me show you the photos I put to see if anybody can guess who this is. If you pull it up, and I listened today, he's screaming about parades. It's from June. Does anyone know who that is? Anybody in the chat room? You can go to the next picture too. I think. Anyone know who this is? Because it was shocking to me. What?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is that Meadow Soprano?
It is not.
Yeah.
I believe you can go to the next one.
Is it AJ Soprano?
You can go to the next one. I think it's, yeah. Who's that?
It's getting harder to tell.
I know. It's so weird. This is a woman that, I mean,
Thanks.
a week ago, I was watching a movie and I was looking her up and, seeing what she looks like now because I'm absolutely in love with her or was. And I mean, this isn't somebody who's unattractive.
I want to make a guess. Jennifer Love Hewitt?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the next
one. What happened
one.
to her? She looks totally different.
That's what I'm. This was cute. Jennifer Love, awesome Hewitt in 2000 for Heartbreakers, probably around that time. She looked amazing. But what the fuck is that? I mean,
what the fuck is that?
Well, I'm just saying, what has she done to herself? I hate that.
She went to the plastic surgeon and said, "Give me the Paul Rubens."
Oh, is there another one, Mike, after that one? Yeah. She's so pretty and really good in that movie, Heartbreakers. That's a great movie, by the way. Her, Sigourney Weaver, Ray Liotta, Sarah's in it, Sarah Silverman, Zach Galifianakis. It's a great movie done by the guy, Alon, who used to write a lot of The Simpsons. What's his name? It was the only movie he ever did, and it's terrific. Or he might have made another one after. He would write and direct it. I can't think of his name right now, but he was terrific. And he's a legendary Simpsons guy from the beginning. And he directed this movie.
James L. Brooks?
No.
Al Jean?
Who?
Al Jean?
No.
Sam
No,
Simon?
No, if you said it, I'd totally remember. But yeah, a week later, it was like I almost did a spit take. Exactly. Right. She doesn't look bad. Just totally different. She's still pretty, but it's not like aging properly. I still think she'd be beautiful. But this movie, Heartbreakers, is great.
Oh,
I
David
highly
Merkin.
recommend. What?
David Merkin.
David Merkin. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to meet him a couple times. Great guy to talk to. Really interesting. And I told him how much I enjoyed this movie because it was really it's one of those ones where it just definitely fell through the cracks. And it's very entertaining about a mother and daughter that con, they're always in a con thing and stuff. And Jennifer Love Hewitt and Gene Hackman's in it too. So the cast is amazing. Ray Liotta's hilarious. Hey, JWB671, how are you? A chilly 75 in Hawaii today. It's going to be a chilly Tuesday morning here in Honolulu. But yeah, put it on the list a week later. I think you'll like it. It's a very enjoyable. Sigourney Weaver is so fucking cool. And just Jennifer Love Hewitt is so sexy. And it's so sexy. That's why I keep watching it. At first, I was just watching it as a movie. Anne Bancroft's in it. I'm remembering, I think Carrie Fisher has a part in it. It's a lot of, really legendary actors. And it's funny that Ray Liotta is the only one that's not with us anymore. Gene Hackman is still alive. And yeah, who's talking about the Cars movie, you sons of... Yeah, well, Marcy. Oh, Marcy, you've never seen the movie? We really should do a chat while we're watching. That's not a bad idea. I should do that on New Year's Eve, so I have something to do. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to
marathon that right as the ball drops.
Right, midnight. We're all going to get high and watch Turbocharge, and you must be high. And otherwise, you cannot watch it. Okay, why don't we take a look at last week's picks? Can you play the card, Mike? The graphics?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So there's our main picture with Nick and Marcy, and I am just shitting the bed, as is Marcy. We are doing horribly. Well, actually, me, Mike, and Marcy went 7-9 this week, and Nick did worse. This was a tough week, right, Alon? You did great. You're kicking ass. Alon's moving up in our regular pool. He's really shooting up. He has a chance to be in the top 5 for the season.
Yeah, I've had 3 or 4 great weeks in a row. It's all random. I don't even know what I'm doing, but
the winner was only 11-4 or 11-5. So a lot of times the winner's like 13-3 or something like that. So it was obviously a really tough week, and yeah, I can't even believe I was at Rachel's thing, which is tough for me on a Monday because I love watching Monday Night Football and having wings, and I didn't want to look at my phone and see any news. I have to do that, turn it off. And then finally, when I was walking through Times Square around 2 a.m, I'm like, all right, let me just look. Could not believe that the Seahawks beat the Eagles. That was shocking, especially with a backup fucking quarterback. Why can't the Jets have a backup quarterback that can beat teams? It's not fair. Anyway, let's go to the celebrity top 5 results. And that was Dan and Marina last week. They did the best. Well, Mike did good too. You all got 3. You guys got none. 0-5, second time this year. And Mike is getting to that 500 mark. There are guests like Alon, who's made a couple of picks third time, are doing the best. I'm just not getting it right for some reason. And let's do this week's. All right, I have those this time, right?
Yep.
What do I do? Share screen. We haven't done this in a while. I'm confused. Here we go. All right, I am sharing.
Okay, 1 second.
Yep. Everybody can see?
Yep.
All right, Alon, see, I had your picture up there just in case you showed up. I was hoping you would.
I did.
So I love having, when they have 4 weeks, we have a game every day of football this week. So Thursday is and remember, they're also the best, the most intriguing matchups, which are hard to find. There's a lot of clunkers the last couple of weeks. The Saints-Rams game should be pretty interesting. Everybody's looking for a playoff spot. Rams are playing great. Saints stink. They just beat up on the Giants. Do you see what they were doing? Mocking Tommy Cutlets, Salon. You see that?
How dare they?
Mocking. Everybody hates Derek Carr. So I like the way the Rams are playing. I'm taking them and the 4. I think they win by 7, just like they did with the Commanders. Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna go LA as well. Saints did it last week, but I'm sure they'll not do it this week.
Yeah, that's what I think too. What do you think, Alon?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams because they were good for me last week, so I'm gonna ride that train.
They were good. Right. They beat up on the Commanders. They won, I think it was 6.5. They won by 8, I think. But it came close. Commanders almost scored again and ruined our good time, which happened in a lot of games last week, including the Bengals, right, Marcy? I mean, they won, but we lost by 0.5 point. Oh, that's annoying. What are these guys picking? I see Marcy says the Rams. Who else, Mike?
They're going Rams, LA. Yep.
Everybody's going Rams. Ramjet, my friend from Hazlet, New Jersey. That's what we used to call him. Married. This guy, Ramjet, married Sarah's best friend from New Hampshire. And it was the best. We didn't know we knew each other. And it turned out we were at dinner together. And I found out that we had a mutual friend. And then I found out his nickname in high school. So now his wife calls him Ramjet.
I thought he was an Indian guy.
No. He's like, I think his name is, I don't know what his actual name is.
Is that the Transformer or the 60s cartoon?
I don't know. No, I think that, you know what? Let me look it up right now. Ramjet. His name's Jeff. But I don't know. He was like the coolest guy in school. And I mean, he looks amazing now. And I think he's wealthy and stuff. Anyway, we got the Bengals against Pittsburgh. Here's one of those games. I don't see how the Bengals can lose this game except that it's a legendary rivalry. But you know what else is a legendary rivalry? Jets Dolphins, and the Dolphins didn't give a shit. So, even though they got a backup quarterback who's playing insanely well, the Steelers stink. And the fact that they're calling for Mike Tomlin's head is Mike Tomlinson, whatever his name is, the nerve. It's like what they did to Eli Manning in his last couple of years. It's like when somebody brings you 2 Super Bowls, just let him play until he feels like leaving. Fuck you. The nerve, that's what they did to Mike Piazza and the Mets. I'm like, let him do whatever he wants. He's the best. So anyway, Mike, your thoughts on the Steelers-Bengals game?
Oh, I'm going to go on Bengals because Steelers keep screwing me over.
Yeah. Yes, they do. Yeah. Yeah. Because didn't they win on Thursday night? No, the Patriots beat them, right? No. Patriots beat them, right?
I don't know. Whatever they're supposed to do, they didn't do.
Right. Alon, what do you think this week?
Well, the Steelers keep screwing me too, but I'm going to stick with them. I think that when it gets to the end of the season, the Steelers have that pedigree to win games.
They do. Yeah, but it's only 2 points. So, yeah, the Bengals won by 3 last week, and I assume they'll win by 3 this week. What are these guys saying?
Oh, they're asking if me and Elon have seen Turbocharged. I have not.
Oh, Marcy just gave it to you, Alon. Good. She's pissed.
She wants an answer. I have seen it.
No, you picked against the Bengals, her Bengals.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry. But also, I will answer her question. I've seen Turbocharge. It's great family fun. I think everyone should get it on Amazon Prime.
You're very polite. Let's see what he says after we go off the air. What's everybody saying here, Mike? We're going Bengals for Marcy, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. All right. This really interesting game. Christmas Eve. The Lions against the Vikings. Vikings are playing really weird. And the Lions kick ass sometimes, and then sometimes they shit the bed. This is really tough, but there's no way I'm putting my money or whatever this is on anything but the Lions, who are they have a bad defense, but the Vikings, their quarterback is not good. Mike, your thoughts?
I'm going to go Vikings because they're playing at home. But it's probably going to be a tie anyways. Who cares?
Oh, good point. That's probably exactly what it'll be. What do you think, Alon?
Well, since this is Christmas Eve, I'm going to think about which team has better Christian values. And I think Vikings, raping and pillaging, that's not very Christian.
No, it's not.
And so I'm going to go with the Lions. That seems much more regal, like
Agreed.
Jesus.
That's excellent picking.
Thank you.
Yeah. My reasoning is I think they're going to go for a game-winning field goal. And then what's going to happen is they're going to hit like some kind of an endangered eagle. So it's going to just go to a tie.
Classic. What's everybody saying? Lions all the way. It's good. Alon's doing, we should go with Alon. He's been killing it these last couple of weeks.
This is my method.
It's a good method. This is a tough one, man. Cowboys got beaten up on Sunday night, and the Dolphins beat the shit out of the Jets. But you see what Ange said?
Thanks, Ange.
That's nice. Ange, that's very kind of you, but come on. You say that about every guest. I prefer having Alon on too because he's easy to talk to. Anyway, the Dolphins beat up on shitty teams, and they always have trouble with the good ones. And I don't know what happened to the Cowboys, except they can't play away from home.
Yeah.
And the Eagles have been losing multiple games in a row. I can see the Cowboys doing that too, but I will go. I'm not taking a team that beat up on the Jets. I'm going to go with Dallas. I'm going to give them another chance. And, I want the Dolphins to lose anyway. But Mike?
I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think if the Cowboys do win, they're going to – no, I'm sorry. I think if the Dolphins win, they're going to win by more than 2 points. So.
Yeah. Alon?
All right. So I'm figuring we're in Miami. The Cowboys on Christmas Eve are going to probably go to like Joe's Stone Crab and eat too much. And they're just going to be really lethargic. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
All right. And what's everybody saying here?
Dolphins.
All right. I'm the only one. And then finally, Christmas Day. There are 3 games Christmas Day. 3. And this is the big matchup. San Francisco, number 1 in their seed. I think Baltimore's number 1 in their division. The 2 number 1 seeds. It's like a Super Bowl total preview, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's amazing that San Francisco's favored by 5.5. This is a really tough one. I keep picking the Ravens because they just keep beating people by 7. So I am going to take them. I'm going to take them and see what I don't know how they play on the road, but they just keep beating teams but I don't know. They haven't really played anybody super tough, but I'm going to take a chance here.
Yeah, I'm going to go 49ers for that same reason.
Yeah, exactly. They beat people that same way too. Then we'll see. This is going to be, it should be entertaining. Alon?
Yeah.
Well, I like the character.
A sea lion will make its way onto the field because they're in San Francisco. And they'll have to delay a game because it's endangered and they can't play around it.
Right.
Interesting. So here's what I'm thinking. I like Stavros Halkias has a really good character called Ronnie, who's like a big Ravens fan, and he puts up funny videos every day after the game. And so I'm going to go Team Ronnie here. I'm going to go with the Ravens.
All right. Interesting. And what is the chat room saying, Michael?
They're going to San Francisco, especially because Marcy needs them to lose Baltimore so that Cincy can advance.
Excellent. Excellent. And there are our picks for week 16, where they play for pay.
Woo.
All right. Awesome. That was fun today. That's why I like having you on too, because I feel stupid when I do it with people that just couldn't give a shit about football. That's why, thank God I cut it down to 5. Remember, I was doing every game the last 2 years, which I just love, but what are you going to do? Well, that would be nice. Yeah, definitely let me know, JWB671. Very lucky, Alon. All the people we've found through Billy Joel and this particular podcast, or whatever you call this, have been extremely nice. Very friendly people. The people we've gotten to meet in person, which that's what I was saying a lot. It's so weird that we haven't heard from, like, nobody's come to the Billy Joel shows like since the summer. Nobody's called and told us they're coming to town or anything. And
yeah, because if someone tells us, we'll show up at the Triple Crown.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that and we haven't even heard, like, no one's texted us about Billy Joel. We just assume he's just playing the same set until that last show, I guess.
Well, I think it's because the tickets went like 5 times as much as they were after like July.
Yeah, we know. I mean, that's why Alon was smart. He got it early.
Hell yeah.
No, I have no idea who Chet Waterhouse is. So
speaking of nice fans, Scruffy, that your house or Dave's house, Elon?
I think it's Alon. I don't hear it from mine.
Elon,
what, the siren?
Yeah,
that was outside of my house.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Well, I gotta leave really fast, guys. Unrelated note.
Well, sometimes when Alon and I, if we see a boat going up the East River, he can see it at his house or vice versa, and then I can see it at my house like 5 minutes later. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's like in the movie Follow That Bird when Big Bird gets kidnapped by the circus.
Oh, I love that movie.
And he's in a little prison cage, but he looks at the moon and he realizes that's the same moon that they're seeing on Sesame Street, and then they all sing a song to the moon.
Maria looks so hot in that movie.
I think she's probably 90 now.
Yeah, she is. She might have.
And Gordon's dead.
Yeah, he's Gordon. That's right.
Or Gordon. Mr. Hooper didn't make it either.
Hooper
didn't make it to that movie.
Yeah, he didn't even make it to the movie. That was a great movie. Chevy Chase in it and everything. That was a really fun movie. They did it just the right way.
Yeah.
Yep, in color. So this is what Scruffy got you, Dave.
What, a New Yorker calendar?
Yeah.
That's so nice. He knows I'm always looking for a good calendar. Oh, that's very kind. I assumed it was going to be some sort of gag gift. So that's why I was like, what's the gag?
Yeah, well, he drew dicks on all the pictures.
Oh, he did?
No.
Oh.
He explained all the captions.
A gag. Who's that? And
then he got me that.
He got me that?
No, he got me that.
Oh, you got that? You know why I didn't buy that one when I saw that one is because the pictures inside were too close up. There weren't enough like caricatures, like scenes from, what I want to see. Because I saw that calendar. I was thinking about getting it.
Okay.
Oh, good work. I love calendars. I like, picking a good. Well, actually, if you join Patreon and you see my bonus show, the next time we come back, I will show you the video of the calendar I made this year from all the Saturday morning cartoon shows I used to watch. It's hilarious. I just made one for Chris Murphy with all Bugs Bunny pictures.
Oh, nice.
Bugs Bunny is the greatest. Why don't we do the slides? Everybody ready?
Yeah.
You pay the
do
card
it.
for that, Mike?
I'm ready now.
What?
I'm ready.
Oh.
So let me hit this button.
All right. I am going to share my screen again. And here we go. Well, yeah, we're going to be talking about parades. What, Mike?
Oh, yes. Jeffrey's.
Yeah, so that we will be talking about the stuff I hate. Yes. So everybody can see we have a little this is in Brazil, Santa going to dole out the presents. It looks like the end of I don't know, like a movie where like a cop show from the 80s where they have to do something, but they're all dressed as Santa because they were helping at an orphanage, but then they have to stop a crime first.
Or the sleigh crashes in some place, and then he's like, "How am I going to get the toys to the kids in time?"
Right,
and the biker
right.
gang's like, "We'll help you."
Right, and then the Born to Be Wild song plays. I swear to God, if anybody plays that song again, you suck. There are other songs to play.
Like what?
I don't know, but that song's
the Bone.
overused. Am
I think that's the
wrong?
perfect song for this stupid scene in a movie.
I know, but
actually, you're right. No, you're right. Born to Be Wild should only be played if it's like a Chihuahua driving the motorcycle.
That could totally work. Once you said it, I'm like, oh, that would be brilliant. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Elon was right.
There is a scenario. What?
Elon was right. This one should be bad to the bone.
Oh, that could work. But
or Mariah Carey's Christmas song.
Oh, that would be amazing. I love that song. Mateo Lane was there yesterday. Speaking of Mariah, he introduced me to his husband. What? Did you know gay people can get married now?
I didn't even know he was gay.
Yeah, I didn't know either. That was shocking to me. Boy, is his husband good looking. Sons of Christmas Tree. That's funny. A week late. No, that's a good one.
I was thinking Harley David Santa.
That's a good one too. This is called the St. Nicholas Run in Germany. Another annoying way to make people anxious that this doesn't look like it's a big thoroughfare of traffic. So I'll be okay with this. I like the idea. This is a fox taking a dump on the Prime Minister's tree in London. Foxes are all over the place in London lately. I guess they're dangerous, but they're so cute. Right?
I mean, they're dangerous in that any animal with teeth can be dangerous, but
yeah,
as long as they don't come near you, I guess it's kind of a nice thing.
They're all hanging around the Prime Minister's building at 10 Downing Street. It's kind of funny. They always have a picture of a fox hanging around.
Yeah, they keep giving kids cigarettes.
This reminds me, wait, go back to that one for a second. There was something I saw on Twitter, I think. Some lady found a possum inside of her Christmas tree.
Oh, that's everybody's worst fear.
Really?
It was just like hiding out inside of a branch.
Yeah, no, that's everybody's worst fear. No, I know Marcy. He's hiking his leg. He's just peeing, which is still funny. This is the London Nordic Choir. I'd like to go to a Christmassy thing like this. I don't know where they are. I mean, I
don't know, but I bet there's not enough exits.
But of course, with all those candles on that, it always reminds me of the Mr. Magoo, my favorite.
It was a Great White concert.
I made
sorry.
That's all right. You mean Great White the band?
Yeah, it was a bad joke about a horrible tragedy.
Oh,
well, tragedy.
Is that the one in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Just all those open flames. It's like you said, Mike, it's very unsafe.
Yeah. Well, it is. Oh, that's what you meant about the exit. I thought you meant just about the choir in general. So it works on both levels. I want to watch this tonight after the show. I haven't seen a lot of. I need to watch this or Rudolph or something Christmassy tonight before it's over. I love watching A Christmas Carol, the old one, any version. I even read the book, which is tough. They didn't write for Dave Juskow back then, I'll tell you that. And Emma, whoo, those are hard to get through. I'm glad I wasn't born around then.
No pictures.
No curse words. It's really annoying. It's the only thing I know. Well, it's that stupid fucking SantaCon that ruins Dave Juskow's weekend every year, once a year. Why don't I have that marked on my goddamn calendar? I don't even like leaving the house. I mean,
I didn't encounter any SantaCon stuff.
I don't what?
I didn't encounter any SantaCon stuff.
Well,
it doesn't
this
permeate.
year
Like
they stayed.
Luckily,
I think they have a new path, but I guess they scatter. There used to be a bar at a picture right by my house called like the Midtown Tavern, where it was SantaCon centric, and now I don't think they have it in my neighborhood anymore.
Yeah.
But
well, I don't know if you know this, but the Comedy Cellar does not let people in if they're in costumes like that.
Yeah, not just the Comedy Cellar. There's a whole bunch of places. Mostly the West Village doesn't like SantaCon. It's more of an East Village thing. And it's interesting because a lot of places, especially the bar I like to go to by the Cellar, will not let people in for SantaCon. But the bars that do make a fortune. But, you take, it just sucks. But you'll make a lot of money in a day where you mostly wouldn't make that kind of money on a Saturday afternoon, especially when there's no college football or anything. And then they say, please don't drink on the streets. The cops are like, please just at least don't drink on the streets, but nobody cares. They say it's for charity, but no one knows where this money is going.
It's the big SantaCon.
There it is. That's the one you've been looking for. That's what you were trying to get with the white, whatever that band is called.
This was a better joke.
So,
they're fighting.
Yep. And look how drunk this guy looks. You can his eyes are like nowhere, and he's already getting to it. I mean, this guy that's the creepy guy that's so wasted he doesn't even know what day it is, and it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
I want to put on the Washington Generals.
I know you're doing a Simpsons joke, but what
I just said a Washington Generals joke because he's drunk.
Oh.
Were they always drunk?
No, he's betting on them because he's drunk.
Oh, yeah, Krusty.
But they're so due.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like trying to get in the bar. I know in the background says Legends. That's this one on 34th Street. That's an LSU bar normally. But look, I mean, does this look like fun where they're like not letting anybody in and that stuff? It's just like, it seems like it crashes and burns really easy. I mean, at least they're in, and it's just total douchery. We saw a couple of hot girls, but it's mostly guys like this. And then does this look like fun? I just waiting on line, and it just seems like it just takes the fun out of everything. I don't know. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's terrible.
I don't think you are.
And here's the place. Here's one of the maps from SantaCon.com the places you were allowed to go in the East Village on Saturday. These are the friendly SantaCon places. I guarantee that woman, if you listen to my say again,
Cat's Delicatessen.
They're like, why'd they put us on the map?
That would be hilarious if that was one of the places. Like, they're like, wait a minute, is this for real?
Is it? I mean, it's the icons right over it.
It does look like there's a house there that there's a place to eat.
You know what that is? It's probably on First and First. That's 1 and 1. You know that bar 1 and 1?
Oh yes, I do. Yes. Yeah, but why is there a house down at the bottom there?
Yeah, we need a key for this map. What does the weird pink heart mean? What does the gingerbread house mean?
Yeah, I got to figure it out. But so there's that bar on, I guess, 12th and B, where that lady won't serve Bud Light or Jack Daniels. Remember, if you listen to Just Get Out in the City, I told you all about that. So there's no way she was letting SantaCon come to her. And this is like in Germany, it's an industrial ice rink. Like it just makes so much sense that it's in Germany. This is the fun they have there. Like,
Yeah,
you only get chased by dogs.
It seems like Russia would do this too. Like, we will put in a big skating rink near the factory. But that looks like a fun skating rink because it looks really long. It looks like you can speed skate. That is a better deal than an actual round skating rink. Because, the problem where you fall at times because you're trying to make a circle. If you're going in a straight line, I think you got a better chance of not falling.
No,
they should just drop you off on one end. And then
you pay €5 on one end, and it's 50 yards, and then you're done.
Yeah, you can't go back. You can only go one direction, then you're off.
I would be okay with that. I would totally skate if there was a nice, long, lengthy, place to do it. Seems like fun.
You just go one direction. You got to go one speed. You go through TSA, and then you
I'd
get
be okay with that. That'd be perfect.
And you give back your government skates, and you go home.
You know how we love, showing pictures of animals. There's nothing funny. There's the dog, this poor dog. I mean, maybe it likes, maybe it doesn't. It's on shoes and a jacket. And it's what?
I said, huh?
Oh, it's probably the owner. That's I don't know where that came in. That's but that's a bird in Britain who it's flooded, so he's on the Thames or whatever. Thames, is that what it's pronounced? He's probably like, wow, what a sticky wicket I've got myself into this time.
He forgot he could fly.
This is definitely the lady. This is in Beijing, who clearly wrapped up her dog like that. She's obviously a fucking moron putting a plastic bag over her head. So, although I shouldn't talk since I was bleaching my mask. Rachel was telling that story last night.
Oh, when you were poisoning yourself?
Yes. So embarrassing. So, I still can't. There's no way to get out of it either. I mean, I went to a neurologist to see what was wrong with me, and he couldn't figure it out either until somebody kindly listening to my podcast said, it might be the fact, dummy, that you're bleaching your mask. And I'm like, you think?
Forgot about that.
This is in Beijing as well. This is a section of the Great Wall of China that's not usually used, but it's been snowing a lot. I want to see some snow here. We are overdue for a nice, good snowstorm here in the city, right?
Yeah, imagine that rainstorm the other day. If it was a snowy day, if it was cold enough, that would have been like 2 feet of snow.
That would have been great. That rainy day sucked, ruined my day. This is the Immaculate Conception Virgin in Guatemala, and it's the start of Christmas. And apparently all these Latin countries seem to have an Immaculate Conception thing about a virgin and a burning of the virgin. I don't know. This is a thing in Spain that has something to do with the virgin. Everything's about virginity when meanwhile, they love having kids. We know they have them at 15, 16, 17. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about virginity. There's no virginity. And here's the Virgin of Guadalupe, where I believe Speedy Gonzalez is from.
No way.
Guadalupe. But all this virgin stuff, what is so popular about the virgin thing? I don't get it. I mean, we know Mary really wasn't a virgin. Otherwise, I mean, come on.
That's just hearsay. You shouldn't spread rumors like that.
What's happening there? This is really, it's not funny, but it's a controlled fire. It's a tree in Glendale, California by the fire department. They put out a video to show you how fast a tree could blow up. A dry tree could blow your house. And as you can see on the clock, it's 1 second that happened. A dry tree in your house, showing the fire hazards of keeping a tree a little too long and not keeping it wet. I guess Alana and I don't have to worry about that, but you other folks, be careful.
Every Jewish parent that's worried about their kids having Christmas trees, they show them this video.
Yeah, exactly. 1 second and 21/10 of a second. Here's a migrant kid just jumping through the gap in the fence in Arizona, Ange. Fix that up. That's not right. Why don't more people just go to Arizona instead of Texas? Apparently, everybody can get through.
I mean, there's just large parts where there's just no walls, so you can just go there too.
Where? Oh, parts of Texas?
Yeah.
Do they do that?
Yeah.
What do they not know about it?
No, they did both. Now you can just kind of walk over. You don't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, she's like having a good time.
You only sneak over if you don't want to be sent to another state
That's
where they don't
where I
know where
would
you're
go.
going.
I think I would definitely go over the wall in Arizona. That seems friendlier.
Nope.
Oh,
You mean the state that doesn't celebrate Martin Luther King Day just because?
they don't?
Right.
I didn't know there was any place that still tempted to do that. I was just telling somebody about that yesterday. Yesterday, I was talking about it because in the 90s, companies could pick and choose if they chose to close for Martin Luther King Day. And I remember my office did not. And
says they do now. They didn't for a long time.
Oh, because the black people at our firm were really angry about it. It was really weird. I mean, now I can't imagine there'd be a company that would you'd just be canceled in a second.
Yeah, you got to do that.
This is the Nobel Prize banquet this year. All the people that won the Nobel Prize, and they have a big banquet to celebrate. I mean, why not? I mean, that is a true lifetime achievement award. So unbelievable. And the best part is like, this is the menu. They have like a serious menu, and it just looks so awful.
Cod loin.
Yeah, exactly. A yellow beetroot baked with seaweed and salt, and a cream made from seaweed from Sweden's west coast. Back in like 1910, I think they decided to like make it Swedish related somehow. So they try and do a more, what do you call it, wherever you are, like a nation-based, I'm using the term wrong, but this is the first, the yellow beetroot. It looks awful.
What is it?
Served with buttermilk and dill seed plus sturgeon caviar. I mean, it
Actually,
sounds
like pretty good.
It looks nice.
Yeah, I bet it tastes great.
Beet? That's not for me.
It's beetroot.
I don't like it. Beirut salad? What?
Yep, it's Beirut sturgeon.
This looks like something maybe I could winter vegetables and pickled summer vegetables accompanied by a grilled blue mussel sauce.
See, they got to put shellfish and everything because too many Jewish people are winning Nobel Prizes. So they're like, we're not going to make the food kosher friendly.
You know what? You're absolutely right. But look at this. It's got like flowers in it. Come on.
That looks awesome, Dave.
What's the matter with you, Mike?
Well, your mouth's not going to win a Nobel Prize with that attitude.
You're up for this year's best podcast Nobel Prize, Dave.
This is the main course. Cod loin stuffed with king crab. It looks fine, but if I got this in front, I'd be like, may I have the man-sized portion, please? That's why this would be.
I'll finish your mussels and sturgeon, and then we'll talk.
Served with a kohlrabi roll and a potato dumpling filled with cod and king crab, accompanied with cod, and then more cod and some pickled onions and mushroom. I mean, this is not a meal for a man who just won an award. You know, I want to have a pizza eating contest if I win that award. You know, I want an all-you-can-eat buffet. This is the dessert.
Well, they go to the Latin Grammys. That's where they have that shit.
Right. That's right, Marcy. It looks like a crummy snobatorium, except it's okay. If you win a Nobel Prize, it is a crummy snobatorium. I'd be okay with that, but I'd still go out for like I know there's a McDonald's in Sweden because my friend used to work there. So this dessert, baked chocolate cream with a compote made of lingonberries from Mockstrog, and this is in English, flavored with tar syrup. The fuck is the matter with you people? You know, if your women weren't hot, nobody would go there. Just telling you.
That looks great, Dave.
I need to go there. This was the banquet and menu in 1901. That's how long they've been doing this. 1901. I mean, I can't read any of it, but I was fascinated that. And look, they were serving the 1897 wine, which was an excellent year for wine. Remember that vineyard?
Yeah, they're like, bring us your freshest bottle of wine. 1897, very good.
Look, isn't that crazy? That bottle, 1881 bottle of wine, and it was only like 10 years old.
I like the champagne. It's called Cream de Boozy. Give us that boozy cream.
Isn't that fascinating? I was just absolutely fascinated when I saw it went back to 1901. Fascinated.
That's just the main course is just beef with bread.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what I like.
With bread?
Beef.
That makes sense. Yeah,
It's
a week later,
fancy dish, but,
a week later said Dave's the only person that gets angry at food. Well, you got that right.
Yeah.
You are right. Old man yells at salads. You're on fire today. Speaking of lunches, you've probably seen this legendary photo, lunch atop a skyscraper. It's a legendary photo.
Isn't it staged?
Probably it had to have been.
Oh, but they're still sitting there.
But yeah, they're still sitting there. And where was this? At was it Rockefeller Center, or this isn't the Empire State Building, right? Well, whatever the case may be, now today you can go to Rockefeller Center and they recreate it. This is an actual it's called Rock Center the Beam, and they recreate that 1932 photo. And you're strapped in, and yeah, they lift you up. I don't know whether it's for me.
That's cool. I would do that.
It was the RCA building.
The RCA building was downtown,
but that's what it was.
I know because my aunt used to work there. I didn't know that was the RCA building. Anyway, Aunt Judy used to work there. Where is she today?
Yeah.
We need to know. And she'd kill me if I said she was in that photo because that's before her time. But yeah, this beam goes up. I mean, I kind of want to try it, but I think I'd be too terrified. But it's a new ride, so to speak, at the Rockefeller Center. So I don't know. Maybe when Catalina comes to town, we do that or something, huh? What do you think?
Yeah. And you got to bring someone along to document it.
Well, I guess they have people that take pictures like on the Space Mountain, when I always show my boobs at the end. Oh, thank you, Ann. She's sided with me on the Sam Adams and the cheese conflict. You got that right. Well, it's my fault. I keep going to that. Oh, that looks unbelievable. What is that?
That was the filet de beef coute, whatever it was.
Oh, in 1901. I see. In the bread. Yes, that seems more like a British dish. Oh, it was probably. Then they started making it more Sweden based. Yeah, so that I think that is a British one because I've seen two fat ladies make that. That that TV show they used to have.
They always make it on Hell's Kitchen because Gordon Ramsay is all big about if you can make a beef Wellington, you're good.
Is that true?
And they always mess it up. Yeah.
Oh, Hell's Kitchen, the TV show. Right.
Yeah.
Because Gordon Ramsay, I think, is filming something in the city, like right now.
Really?
I think
Should
they're
go
doing
right now?
I think they're doing Hell's Kitchen, possibly in Hell's Kitchen. But I'm not. He's doing something now in the city. I was surprised because I knew the restaurant. I don't know what it is.
So when you said Ramjet, Dave, I didn't know if you meant.
Oh no, I did not.
That old TV show, or
did I know that? No,
the Transformer.
No, I didn't know that one. No, it was just funny. It was just great that I found out this information about him. It was the first time I met him. And then I told his wife, and then he's like, how the hell did he know that? That happened once. Sarah Silverman was on a movie shoot in Arizona. She runs into this kid, this kid, Craig. And she goes, I don't know how it came up. Oh, she said, the kid said, I'm from Edison, New Jersey. And she goes, oh, my best friend's from Edison, New Jersey, Dave Juskow. And he goes, he lived next door to me as a kid, and she's like, no way. So they called me, or maybe she told me, whatever it was. And then I said, oh, you talking about Boomer? And she's like, what? And they called him Boomer because he used to make in his pants when he was a kid, in his diaper. So she goes, like he was like an assistant. She goes, all right, thanks a lot, Boomer. And he goes, how the fuck did you know that? Because he would be like, how could Juskow even possibly remember that? That was 50 years ago, and we left by the time I was 5. So this is the stuff I remember. So I can bring it up later in life and amaze people. I remember everything, and don't you people forget it. Anyway, let's wrap up our Christmas and holiday show. We are having a really good time today, but it's time to eat after seeing those photos. So we're not going to be on next week. In fact, I think Mike was talking about putting a best of. It's going to be a very short show.
Unless Elon wants to do one, but that's up to
Oh
him.
yeah,
No. We're gonna do a best of. That's a great
unless
idea.
Elon wants to do it.
All
No,
right.
he'll be on vacation. Nobody does anything between Christmas and New Year. We will be back January 2nd. I don't know whether I might not want to put anything together, but we'll talk. You and I, Mike and I in the chat room will talk. We'll have a nice conversation. Maybe it'll just be a half hour, but we'll have a good time. January 2nd, talk about our New Year's. And I will be at the Rutherford show, the what's it called, Mike? The Williams Center.
Comics that are here tonight.
Wait, what?
He has a name for the show. I always forget what it is. Comics to
the
watch,
next
something
big
like
thing.
that.
But it's
Next
at the
big thing.
Williams Center in Rutherford, New Jersey. I will be there this Saturday. I'll be there next Saturday. So if you are for some reason in town, I will be there the next 2 Saturdays. I actually have a 20-minute spot this Saturday, and then I assume I'll be hosting next Saturday. But I love doing that show, and I think it's usually a good time. Mike, where are you going to be?
I'll be just doing spots around San Antonio. I'll be upstage Black Rabbit in Austin, and then I'll be back in the city on the 4th.
Right. And Alon, do you have anything before you go away and go on a true vacation?
Yeah, I do. On this Thursday night, I will be opening for Modi, Comedy Cellar favorite, Modi, at Town Hall.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
How many people is that? 4,000?
I'm looking it up now. Let me see.
Yeah, folks, that's a great thing. That's Thursday?
Yes.
Wow.
This Thursday night.
It's just you opening for him?
1,500 people.
1,500 people. It's just you opening for him?
Yes, I'll do like 15 minutes up front, cold, and then Modi comes out and does about an hour 15.
That is exciting. Boy, that's a great gig. Town Hall's awesome. And if you're in town, folks, that would be great to see Alon there. That's a really good gig.
I will say it's completely sold out. It has been for a while, but you can find tickets perhaps on the secondary market for exorbitant prices.
Yep. But hey, congratulations, Alon. That's amazing.
Thanks.
I love that he likes working with you. That makes me happy. So folks, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for joining us this entire year. I love you all. I love doing this show. And I just hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. And we'll see everybody next year. We'll fix that graphic. Make sure it says 2024, God damn it. Right, Mike?
Yeah.
We will be back virtually on January 2nd. When are we going to be back in the studio, Mike?
I get back on the 4th, so.
Oh, so the 9th. Yes, the 9th. We'll be back in the studio. So join us then. But otherwise, we'll see you on January 2nd. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everybody. Good night.